The world we live in is a mysterious place, and over the years people have tried to find out more about these secrets without much success. All over the planet are places we are not allowed to visit. If you didn't know about Area 51 before, you've most likely recently heard about it in the news. The secretive US military base is the latest thing to be turned into a meme. As of right now, over 1.5 million people have signed up to Storm Area 51. The name of the Facebook group is Storm Area 51 They Can't Stop All of Us. This event is set to happen on the 20th of September 2019. Although the event is said to be nothing more than a joke, there seems to be confusion as to whether people are actually going to turn up. Some who've signed up to the group have said it's nothing more than a meme, while others are serious about turning up to the base. As you can imagine, the US military is not taking these claims lightly. Although Area 51 is a secret base, it's actually quite well known. This is because of various things that have come out about the base over the years. Although these make for fascinating stories, there's no solid evidence of them being true. One of the first things you'll notice when you're travelling close to the base is that it's marked with orange poles. These are mainly here to tell you you're trespassing and photography isn't allowed. Guards can be seen around the perimeters of the base, and they immediately appear before you can even get close to the base. Over the years they've become known as the Camo Dudes. This is because of their clothing. They can be observed driving around in 4x4 cars, and dealing with people who stray too close to the base. One interesting thing to note is that they're supposedly told not to look at the public. If you're caught by these guards, they do have the right to take away any photographs or video footage you have taken. Sensors can be found littered across the perimeter of the base, and even the road that leads down to Area 51. The minute you start driving or walking these sensors, the guards are alerted. This is why they're always there before you are. The original creator of the page has said the following about their plans. We will all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we run fast, we should be able to move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. Area 51 has been a top secret base for years, and for a very long time it was shrouded in mystery. It's only been in recent years that we have found little information about it. Satellite imaging of the base itself is believed to be edited and tampered with, and considering it's quite nearly impossible to get reliable footage of areas even surrounding the military base, the contents inside its safely protected border is still a mystery to the general public. So far, the US military have said they're not laughing at the claims that millions of people will be turning up, further saying that if this does happen, they'll be handled with in the right way to protect America's security. Even if this is done in a tongue-in-cheek manner, they will handle this as a threat. Air Force spokesperson Laura McAndrews has issued the following warning. Area 51 is an open training range for the US Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into the area where we train American armed forces. Further saying the US Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets. Looking on forums and other social media platforms, it does seem like a large amount of people want to turn up at Area 51 on the date. One of the members said the following. Even if 1% of the people show up that have signed up to this event, that's still tens of thousands of people that are going to be there. I have talked with a lot of members on here, and it seems like this first started off as a joke, but now that it's gained traction, I think many people are going to turn up. Some are on here because of the press it's received, but I think there's quite a few who will be turning up. I know I'm going to. The next question is, what would happen if millions of people did show up at Area 51? How would they control the masses? People who have researched the base have said that if they wanted to, they could use deadly force. In fact, going back in 2017, the military opened fire on a man who was trying to break into a Royal Air Force base in Suffolk, England. It's not the desired outcome, but officials have said that they will do what's needed to keep people under control. Not only this, but US laws does forbid anyone trespassing on military bases. Laws have been created that prohibits people from walking on or entering military installations. The only way a civilian can do this legally is if they have permission from authorized personnel. It's also been brought up that if thousands of people do turn up at Area 51, officials will not hold back and will use the correct measures to deal with these people. It's said that people found trespassing on the military base can expect a heavy fine. Not only this, but it also comes with a minimum imprisonment of 6 months. One of the first things you'll see when you approach the base is the warning signs. These can be found all around Area 51, and they state that no trespassing is allowed, and that the use of deadly force is authorized. Recently, the man behind the Facebook page has come forward and said that he is worried about what he's created. He said that the page was originally set up as a joke, and that he had no idea it was going to get this big. He said that it surprised him how quickly it spread. Others have said they're not surprised and that many people would love to know what's going on inside the base, with one member saying the following: "Over the years we have heard many strange stories in regards to the base. Although this started off as a joke, I think that many people would actually be interested in knowing what's going on inside there. Because it's a secret, it makes our minds wonder even more. I think that many people were here because of the memes, but I think it's now turned into something and people now want answers." The original creator, however, is worried about the consequences this is going to have. He expressed how he thinks that FBI agents are going to show up to his house, and that he's now under surveillance. After all, he has brought massive amounts of unwanted attention to one of the most secretive bases in the world. He said the following: "Now that my identity is out there, I'm worried that people will start showing up at my door. As of right now though, the mysterious base is still shrouded in mystery. Even though all this has come out, it's not revealed anything to the general public. Individuals who have been researching the base have also warned that past events could show what would happen if random people did turn up at the base. Going back in 2016, a television crew filming for the BBC were immediately arrested at gunpoint for getting too close to Area 51. The crew was made up of 12 people, and each person was forced to lie down and be searched by the guards. Incredibly, they were told to lie on the ground for 3 hours while the FBI did security checks on each of the individuals. They were eventually let go. As mentioned though, if people do turn up at the base, they'll most likely be detained on the spot. When people asked the question of how they would deal with the thousands of people, the US military replied saying they are ready. It's expected that not many people are going to show up, and that most of the people will only join the group as a joke. With that being said, the group currently has over 1.5 million people signed up, and a further 1.1 million people interested. Researchers have now said that because of this meme, interest in Area 51 has been bigger than ever. Even big branded companies are getting involved. For example, one company jokingly said that if someone sneaks out an alien, they will get a lifetime supply of their products. What some have picked up on though is that every year the government seemed to show more and more interest in UFOs. At the end of 2017, the United States Department of Defense began their subtle declassification process, and they did this by slowly declassifying a collection of military documents and research information to the general public. Usually these declassification processes are filled with financial information, technical documents and references to training programs, government budgets, assistance with other nations or other basic procedures of which do not hold any significant importance outside of technical military information. However, it became apparent very quickly to members amongst the UFO community that the declassified files coming from the Pentagon were more than just research and technical information. The files that were slowly being declassified over the course of the previous year, and this year detailed information regarding a clandestine team of researchers, and they were tasked with gathering information relative to unidentified flying objects and strange extraterrestrial sightings. So my question to you guys is, what do you make of this? Do you think anyone will actually turn up to the event? And if they do, what do you think will happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.